So, good morning and welcome to CitA Tech Live 2024 and to Limerick, but technically Clare. I know the effort that you make when you come to events like this, taking that time out from your daily business work to spend the time with us at an event like this. But this is an important event. It's an important topic. I'm old enough to remember when I started my career in the early 90s, when we had no internet, no email, no EVs, no Uber. But look at what we have today. And I think the intersection of AI and construction is going to be critically important, and I think it's going to transform the industry that we know today. We have a very busy programme this morning. So as I say, we're in Limerick, and we want to take the opportunity to thank all those companies that helped us put this event together. We have 15 sponsors, you can see here. I'm not going to name them all out, you know who you are. Thank you so much for your assistance in making this event viable. And I say viable because these are little mini business ventures we put together. And to all of the 130 people that registered to attend today, we're most grateful. I'll be back later today for more thanks. But before I introduce our first speaker, I wanted to mention a very special event that's taking place this Friday. John Siskin's Son have about 50 plus people sleeping out in aid of Focus Ireland and the homeless in Ireland. And CitA, with your help, we were able to contribute to this worthy cause yesterday, and we said we'd give them a good shout out today. So if you have your phones, or I don't know if we put copies out, maybe the girls could put the copies out of the QR code later on and make a small contribution. I think they've already collected €92,000 of the 100,000 target that they had. So, as I say, delighted to be here. We're also delighted to announce that we have David Conway here from Limerick 2030. David is the CEO, and he's very thankfully agreed to say a few words of welcome to you all here and just explain a bit more about the project. So David, over to you.
Good morning everyone, and as a proud Limerick man I must congratulate Clare on their All-Ireland this year with start-off proceedings, so that'll be a miss of me. So thank you very much for the invitation here, just to briefly open and maybe set the scene a small bit in relation to what your deliberations are going to be about today. Limerick 2030, for those that don't know, is a special purpose vehicle company set up by Limerick City and County Council to develop key strategic sites in Limerick. And I'm glad to say that in every tier here of the sponsors and helping out in the organisation, and we're working with hand in glove. So it's great that we're actually here and able to assist in this conference here today. And last year a number of our staff actually spoke at it. As a father of a would-be engineer, she's in third year in Trinity, I think it would have been to me to say that what she is going to embrace in the future is probably not even planned yet. And she's just finished her CAD drawing there a number of weeks ago in relation to a project she was doing, and hopefully she'll get on very well. But when I spoke to her last night, I said, what are you at in terms of the technology, and what are you using in terms of AI, in terms of engineering and so on? She says, yeah, we're kind of talking about that. All right? And I think conferences of today really have to start unwrapping that in relation to the future of the construction industry, and in particular in AI. Limerick 2030 has embraced AI. We have our own policies and procedure in relation to Copilot as in the organisation itself. But when you ask around various organisations, are they doing it? There's still a little bit of apprehension there on what can be done and what can be achieved in terms of the development of AI to enhance, to develop, to improve efficiencies, and everything that can happen in the construction industry. If I look at my own career, when I've looked and worked on sites back in the late 80s, early 90s and so on, right? And what we have done in terms of regeneration of health and safety requirements, what we have done in terms of procurement, what we've done in terms of technology. It has gone to a whole new place that people couldn't have envisaged. And I think what I'd be saying to people today in the future of the construction industry is think big, think bold, and think futuristic. And I think a lot of the brains around this room today have that concept, have that value, have that culture in terms of what you're trying to achieve and do. So I'm not going to say a whole lot more. I think it's a fantastic gathering, and I thank for the invitation to be here. I think it's cutting edge what you're doing. Limerick 2030 embraces it. You're very welcome to talk to us on a regular basis in terms of what we should be future proofing, because Limerick 2030 was a little bit outside the box thinking in relation to regeneration and rejuvenation of Limerick itself. It hadn't been done in Ireland, let alone Limerick, to develop. And what we did was we went outside the box, we set up a special purpose vehicle company, a DAC, and we are producing and delivering at speed for the regeneration of Limerick. So I thank you for the invitation to be here. I look forward to hearing some of the deliberations that you will have from your various speakers. And again, I'll leave you with a small little video on what Limerick 2030 is doing in the region. Thank you so much and enjoy your day.